It feels like Christmas coming late again, guys, because Supercell actually balanced their game again. Mid-season, we have two new cards, of course, the Lumberjack and the Berserker. And the Berserker, a little bit underwhelming. It got a slight buff. I believe it's a 20% hit speed buff or something along those lines. I don't know exactly on that one, but I know it's a lot better. I've been playing it a few games. Okay, wait, I'm gonna go pump, by the way. And we have the Lumberjack evolution, where it got nerfed to where it doesn't get boosted by any extra rages anymore. So that's a great nerf as well. The card's still gonna be very good. This guy's not too happy about how this game started, but he's got Princess as well. I think we're in a very good spot right here. He's got log bait. Looks like he's got bait, so I'm just gonna go Fire Spirit on top of this. I should have put the goblins one more tile up. I would have taken no hits right there, but it's all good. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but we have that pump on the map now. But yeah, with that being said, we have Berserker-Bow, and I'm telling you guys, Berserker is very, very good in this specific archetype, and you'll see why today with how much value we can get for 2 elixirs. So I'm going to pump up again here. This guy, I don't know if he had a bad day or a bad morning or whatever, but it's okay, man. I'm not going to, we're not going to ruin his day. We're going to give him a nice, fun match where I place 1,000 pumps down and then eventually overwhelm him. That's the goal. And then afterwards, I'm sure he'll probably just get off Clash Royale, and maybe that'll make his day better. So I'm going to go Berserker in the back right now, just to cycle around. It's pretty much a cheap cost card that is gonna get you value almost every time now with how fast it hits. So I'm gonna go goblins like this time. Oh, it actually is in the front. I didn't see that barrel. That's kind of my bad. Can I get Berserker down? Yeah, I can, but the Valkyrie is actually gonna cause me a lot of issues here. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. I could have maybe logged on 0 there, but was it gonna be worth it? I don't know. So we get a small connection. He's not too happy about that connection. And we can just go for a 3rd elixir collector on the map in single. That is a nightmare for the opponent. You never ever want to see more than 1 collector on the map, much less a 3rd one come down. So I'm gonna have my cannon prepared if he does want a princess at the river. Looks like he's not going to, so we'll just musketeer. Okay, I should have kept it hovered. That's my bad, I guess. But I didn't really expect him to be that aggressive, I guess. So we'll go for the Xbow like this, Fire Spirit just in case he plays a building, and he's gonna rocket that. So that's fine. We get our free chip damage right there. I can go Berserker, and then let's go for a Musketeer to try and predict the Valkyrie right now. He goes guards. Okay, so we're in a fine spot. Not the best spot ever, but I would say a fine one for sure. We'll go for the log on top of the princess this time. Go for the Xbow on 0, and I think we have a decent cycle here. He could rocket on 0. That Berserker should run. No, it's going to kill both of them. That's very unfortunate. I was hoping he didn't rocket right away, but now we just got to kind of go collectors spam. That is the play here. So we have 2 collectors. It's not enough to win, though. I definitely need to get to a 3rd one. Oh, I thought that was going to be a princess. Oh my gosh, this is going to be very scary, actually. I got a Fire Spirit, this Ice Spirit. Ooh, this is yikes. Okay, so we take a lot of damage. That was maybe one of the worst defenses I've ever played in my life, but I will say we have Evolution Cannon and Musketeer next up, which is going to be so good. So we can utilize these correctly. We should be able to win. I'm going to go Berserker in the middle. We have 3 pumps down. Like I said, 3 pumps is like the magic number for where you can pretty much always overwhelm if you are pressuring correctly. So I think it's time for me to go Evo Musk at the back, try and start setting up something. I've got my Evolution Cannon as well if I do need it. So I'm just going to chill here, go for the Xbow in the middle, and then we're going to go Berserker to block Evo Cannon the right about... Ooh. This is tough because if I go Evo Cannon now, it's kind of a waste. I think we just pump up one more time. I know it's aggressive. I know it's like a weird play for the situation, but trust me, this is the right one. So I'm actually going to go Evo Cannon like this and then go for the Xbow, I think, on this left-hand side. Beautiful right there. The cannon's going to get value. I can Berserker. He's going to have to rocket. Okay, it's not going to hit my Berserker this time, and then I can just go Musketeer and start building here. So, okay, this is my chance with about 1 minute left in the game. We are going to go absolutely all in spam here. So let's go log early, and then I think we Xbow the right-hand side, actually. Berserker for the Inferno Tower if he has it. Okay, no, he's going to go guard, so I can go Goblins on this left-hand side. Fire Spirit as well, and then Cannon to predict an Inferno Tower on the right. Okay, we do predict that. That's super good. The Musketeer's getting a few shots on the other lane as well. I can go for a second Xbow now. He's going to have a hard time defending these Xbows if I can keep them on the map for the next 57 seconds. So we'll go Berserker like this. Log for the Valk. I was hoping he maybe placed like Princess or something there to try and get an extra snipe. He has to rocket that. Look at that, guys. I can go for yet another Xbow. Musketeer in the middle to predict something. Look at the Musk on the left as well. Nice. He's going to have to Inferno Tower or Valk. The Musketeer is getting so much value. I can keep pressuring the left-hand side. Then we're back to another Xbow here. I don't believe he can defend this cannon to block the Inferno. Beautiful. We can log just to be a little bit more aggressive, and that should be game. Yeah. Wow. All right. So we do end up catching this guy in a cycle where he just can't physically defend, and he's going to be too... Yep, I knew he was going to emote. You could just tell from earlier in the game that he was going to emote after losing that one. He's definitely closing the Clash Royale app now. So when we have a card like Berserker in your deck to replace a Knight or something along those lines, you don't really care about the minus stats. You really care more about the cycling pumps, and that's what you kind of have to do with this specific deck right here, just because it is super cheap, of course. We don't really have that big tank like a Mighty Miner. Even Knight is going to be way more tanky. You don't even really have a tank. You just want to be high pressure pressure with this deck, and your tank is basically going to be your cannons, which sounds weird, but it's true. So I'm going to go for the goblins on top of these, this goblin gang. He's going to go in my, yeah, I knew he was going to put that on my pump, but I didn't have Berserker and Cycle, unfortunately, there to defend that. Also, Berserker is very good against Miner, Drill, and Goblin Barrel too, to be honest. It does a decent job against those three things. So it's always like a very versatile, cheap response to a lot of situations. That's why I love the card so much and think it's a lot of fun for the game. So we're going to go cannon in the middle like this, see what he does want to do here. Bats is fine. I guess I'll just Musketeer. I was debating on putting Electro Spear in this deck. But I did decide on the Fire Spirits just for that little bit of extra damage and DPS when you're facing like a swarm deck. So he's going to go Mortar the middle. Very interesting when he knows that I have another pump and cycle. So I don't know. Maybe he didn't count my cycle and thought I was 1 or 2 cards off the pump, but that definitely is going to hurt him more than help him, I would say. Musketeer gets 2 shots on that right-hand lane as well. So very good start. So I'm going to go log on top of this Goblin gang. He's most likely going to Miner. We can hopefully catch that with the Berserker. Nice. Bro, I'm so unlucky with the Miners, man. Wait, pause, don't take that out of context. The Miner in the game placements, because I always predict the wrong place, and I can never catch the dang placement. Like right there was only 2 tiles he could have placed it. He could have put it on the inside tile near my King Tower, or the one he did put it on. And of course, I predicted wrong and couldn't protect my pump. So unlucky, but let's just go cannon like this. Wow, oh wow. That is very interesting to say the least right there. That cannon card is going to be super far behind and not really going to do anything at all. I can just cycle my Fire Spirits. Actually, I'm going to go Goblins because that's only going to hit 1 Goblin, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, only 1 Goblin, so that Mortar should get taken out a little bit here on its HP. That actually didn't do as much as I thought it would. But Musketeer on the left-hand side going to get 2 shots just like that first Musketeer did. Then I can drop a nice Evolution Cannon like this, actually, on top of that and go Xbow on 0. He's going to go for the Miner, which actually is fine with me. He does Ice Fist as well. There's the Stein. Can I time this log perfectly, please? Hunter, please time this correct log right now. No, we were like a ½ second too late right there. Or I might have had a small lock in my hand. So I'm going to go for a 3rd Collector. That's always a good sign when you get that 3rd one down. We'll go Fire Spirit like this and then go for the Goblins. And then, see, I want to go with an Xbow, but I know the cannon cards is going to be a nuisance. That Musketeer actually will... Dude, this is huge. This is actually massive because the Musketeer is going to help me out here. He's going to go for the Stein, right? You have to Stein, sir. Wait, we win, I think. I can go cannon like this. He can't really kill that Xbow now because I can just log back, then go Goblins. Wow, he has so much Elixir for being down 3 pumps. I would have thought he would be on 0 right now, but I'm going to pressure the opposite lane. He's in a spot where he pretty much has to take that damage on the left. If he wants to even survive. So he's going to go for the Bats Miner. I'll go Musketeer on 0, and then I guess log. Yeah, that's good. We're going to defend that pretty easily. Xbow's going to keep chipping that tower down, and he's pretty much done here. He could still defend that Musketeer, but tower's down to about 2 log range, and we can just cycle back around to 2 of those bad boys and finish off the game. He is going to make us play 1 more defense, so we'll go Berserker to tank. Just a quick, cheap counter. It's so nice to have sometimes in situations like that. I can go Evolution Cannon too. I don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyways because it has a cool animation. And then we're back around to log in 1 more card. So good game right there. Mortar Bait's a very popular deck. Why are you defending? But very popular deck in the meta. A ton of people using it. So if you can beat that with this deck, then I would say you can genuinely beat the majority of the meta decks. Okay, we got a match here against 2 Good, which I believe he runs Mortar with Archers. I want to say with Rockets as well. It's kind of like just Mortar Cycle with Rocket, I would say. So I'm going to cycle my Goblins to back, go for the Berserker on the left-hand side, and we're already to a pump. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm not sure what to even think about this. Oh, bad time on the Collector, but I can go for the Cannon, the River. We should be good. He does Rocket that pump, which is completely fine with me because we get a nice +1 trade both on the pump because the Rocket is always a -1 trade on pump. Fix that, Supercell. That is so stupid. And, of course, the Mortar, we got a +1 with the Cannon right there. It is kind of insane if you think about it. You always get a positive trade with the Elixir Collector when they put their Rocket down, or Lightning, same thing. But at least Lightning, you get tower damage. I don't know. Maybe that makes Rocket kind of an inferior spell. I think Rocket's kind of a mid spell, to be honest, in the game right now. Definitely not one of the better ones, but I'm just going to go for my... Oh, he has Berserker as well. Interesting. Looks like he probably took out Knight, so I can go for a Collector. He's going to have to cycle pretty hard to get to a Rocket. Yeah, 1 more card. And now he's back to Rocket, but hold on a second, guys. I'm going to get a +1 trade again here, so I can go Xbow. He has to defend that Musketeer. I'll hold up a second. I think we have him in a bad spot. At least maybe in a spot where I can pressure enough to force a lock. So I'm going to go for the Fire Spirit here, just in case he Archers, of course. And then I have my log prepared. He does go for the Mortar on 0. We can Goblins that, and then go for my Berserker. Immediately trying to block the Archers. Just don't want to get Archer cheesed, to be honest. So we'll go log prediction on something. Dang, my predictions are unlucky today, but it's all good. We're still going to get one Berserker hit over there and a few Xbow ticks as well, so nothing too insane, but we do get that damage, which we will take. He's got Evolution Mortar next up, so I've got to be a little bit careful of that. It's interesting to see just random decks or more decks that didn't have Berserker before the buff, now randomly kind of put them in. This is probably one of those examples. We'll probably see it a little bit more in maybe Bridge Spam type decks, maybe 3 Musketeers. I'm going to go Collector right now. He could Mortar, which is fine if he does. Oh, he's going to Rocket, actually, so I'm going to go Fire Spirit the River and then just kind of chill. I don't want to be too stupid here because if I'm too aggressive, then I could probably get cheesed by a Mortar, so I've got to be very careful here. He also has Tornado, right? So I've got to think about that. Ooh, that was really bad timing. Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. I shouldn't have been too aggressive. Let's go Goblins here. I think we're fine, but it's going to be a struggle for sure to just kind of hold on here. I'm going to go Cannon just in case. I need to cycle to my Evolution Cannon, I think, because he's going to Mortar again, yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, so my thought process here is how can I save myself until I get to my Evo Cannon? I think we're good because I can go Berserker and then go Evo Cannon to kill the archers. That's so much value. Look at this card, guys. Oh, Anti-Tornado. Dude, Evo Cannon is so good, man. It is easily the best evolution. Or maybe not easily, but definitely at least top 2 evolutions in the game right now. I think E-Drag Evo is very, very broken in the right situation as well. I don't know. It gets slept on a lot, but I'm just going to go here since he rocketed my pump. I was trying to get him to bait on that rocket. In this deck, for him, the problem is he does not have that tank. Berserker's not a tank, so it doesn't really do enough in terms of defending the Xbow as a Knight or even Ice Golem would do. So I think that's kind of hurting him in this matchup a bit. I'm going to Fire Spirit right here. He has to rocket that. I mean, there's not really a way for him to kill that because Berserker's not going to do enough here. Prediction, the Mortar in the middle right now. Beautiful. And then I can go Goblins to block this Mortar Blast in case that Berserker does die, which it doesn't actually, so that's nice. I can go log on the archers, and I think we have him in a bad situation here where I can just go Xbow again on the right-hand side. Berserker doesn't do enough. It doesn't have enough HP to save him from that situation, and that's going to be basically GG's right there. The Xbow locks on tower. He could log, but it's kind of already over. I think he knows that as well, and Berserker should take that tower down. So beautiful gameplay again right there. We're seeing why Berserker gets so much value with this Pumpo deck. Just the 2 elixir tank, like mini tank, is perfect for this situation. I think we all do have to admit and give Supercell some credit, even if we're unhappy with them or you're unhappy with them specifically, and say that, man, they have been doing some better changes of late and actually caring about their game, and it's very nice to see that, especially as a player that literally plays the game minimum like 4 or 5 hours a day, minimum, usually more. But it's just nice to see that they actually are like, okay, this is overpowered, let's get a nerf. This is a little bit underwhelming, let's buff it, but not go crazy with the buff, right? So that's why I'm very, what's the right word? Positive about the future of the game, is because if they continue to do things like that, more people are going to want to play the game, right? It's kind of similar to like Brawl Stars, I think, because Brawl Stars has a ton of players right now. Even more than Clash Royale, I believe, which is insane because it's a lot newer. I guess it's newer of a game, but a lot less like of a lifespan for a game because it's been out way less than Clash Royale, of course. But you know, they always, the community managers are always like announcing something, or there's this happening or this happening, and it's like, dude, you want to see cool things happen besides just like a special challenge or you know an occasional 3 monthly balance change that we had for a few months there. I was like, dude, what is happening with these balances? We cannot have 3 every 3rd month balance changes. That was like detrimental to the game. But I'm glad they kind of got out of that phase. Oh, at time that log was too early. That's really bad, Hunter. I'm kind of in a bad spot now. We'll go Goblins like this, and then, but yeah, I'm very optimistic on how the game's going to go from here with the current team and the current people that are on board of the staff and whatnot. So he's going to Magic Archer that. I can log on 0. It's not a great log because it doesn't kill the Archer, but it's going to get me like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, maybe 7 more Xbow ticks. I don't know how many exactly. I'm not a mathematician, but we're going to take that. We are down quite a bit with no pumps on the map, so this is a situation we really did not want to get into. It's still winnable if I pull off like a nice Musketeer evolution or maybe Cannon evolution to get a lock, but yeah, definitely not ideal to say the least. So we're going to go Musketeer the back, kind of wait for him to go in here. Berserker the right, I mean, for the drill. Okay, we can Cannon. He's going to Magic Archer, so we need to predict that super hard here. Go for the Goblins up high as well. And then we'll also log just to make sure the Magic Archer doesn't cheese me. I think we're good. Yeah, kind of a bad Mighty Miner ability. Hold on a second. Prediction on the bridge. Okay, wait, guys. So this is where Berserker is going to get so much value here. I can go Musketeer prediction on the Mighty Miner right now. We do hit that. Nice. Okay, that's going to be some good damage on that. He's going to be forced to poison, I believe, right? Yeah, there's the poison. That's good. We can just kind of reset here. We're still down 1,000 damage, but it doesn't feel like that right now. I'm going to go cannon and then Xbow on 0. And from this point on, even though I have no collectors down, I think it's our time to just be super hyper aggressive. He does not have evolution cannon, which is definitely a bright side for me. I'm going to go log, then actually do something weird and go berserker goblins, because he has to log that Xbow or he loses. So he's going to have to log, and then, oh, dang it, that cannon was supposed to catch skellies. It's all good. We do still get some damage on the right, but if I caught those skellies, man, he was in a world of trouble. Let's go Xbow here again, and then Berserker on 0 for the cannon. Nice, Hunter, good prediction right there. We can log as well, just to get on Tower or Magic Archer in this instance a little bit quicker, and we're getting him down to 500, so we're looking good. I just need to keep the pressure on and continue to be the one aggressing. I cannot let him drill or I will lose this game, right? So I've got to keep the goblins at the river, keep everything going at the river. He's going to cannon again. Beautiful prediction there. We can Berserker. 2 elixir, cheap cost. Oh, it's just so much value for 2 elixir, man. Let's go Xbow on 0 in the middle again. Actually, let me chill because he has to defend the Musketeer on the right? Wait, sir, that Musketeer, that is huge damage. I can go in. He does predict that, but I can log on top of the Marcher to make sure it dies a bit quicker here than Fire Spirit at the right. I think he's in trouble. He's dead. Let's go, guys. We caught him low on elixir. That log was just in time to get that Magic Archer off the map, and I love this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the cute Butch clip as well. Peace.